Well, hello out there, Chris Master 1 here. Today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2016. It's about 3 o'clock and a little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I figured I'd show you. I already made a studio tour video back in June, but there was a couple of things I inadvertently left out of the studio tour, and I felt that, it's neat. There's a couple of changes that I made. Even though it's small changes, still, the stuff I left out, I might as well just go ahead and record another studio tour. That's my computer starting. So, anyways, let's get started. This is my mixer. I got it back, I believe in January. I think is when I got this, either January or February 1, one of the two, and I love it. It has the faders, all sorts, and the reason why I got faders mainly is due to the fact that I can control the music better with faders than with knobs. It can be done, but anyways, last time I showed, I don't even know if I showed the setup wiring. I have the computer coming into here, into faders 7 and 8, and originally I had the turntable in 9 and 10, but I realized that it wasn't sounding right, like both channels weren't coming out. So I decided to put them in two separate faders, faders 3 and 4, and control them that way. And that way I can get sound out of both channels easily. And also I can do reverb, which I need to have off at the moment. But I only have it coming through the mic. So when the mic is on, that's when I turn the reverb on. I did have it for the music, but it sounded very crappy. And so, yeah. Fader 3 and 4, it originally went to the little portable Sony Walkman. But since I really don't use CDs that much right now, I figure, might as well go ahead and just put it into the turntable. Now if I decide to use the CD player, well, heck, I have a bunch of RCA cables that I can use, so won't be a problem. Skype just started. Might as well turn that down. Anyways, and yes, I do still have the little $5 microphone that I use on Skype. But basically, all this goes into this PV-CEL2A compressor expander gate limiter. I have the expander turned off because that would basically undo what I want the compressor and limiter to do. But I have it going from the outputs on the PV on the mixer into the compressor, and this is pretty cool. I have a set of RCA cables going from the compressor into my stereo through the audio in jack. I have it set to audio in my stereo, so that way I can hear what's going on the air. So that's pretty cool. I have it coming from the compressor into this with a simple Y cable, and then but I don't hear what's being compressed. So, but I have a pair. I have a but I have it. I'm trying to think of the words I want to use. I have another set of RCA cables going from the compressor into this, a little ground loop isolator, because there used to be a hum with this before, a few months ago. I started noticing it again, so I just bought this whole thing, ran RCA cables to it, put the RCA cables into the audio interface and the input, and then these RCA cables in 3 and 4, it's going to the turntable. And the RCA cables, I had to buy a set of extenders because the RCA cable for the turntable was not long enough. So I had to buy I forgot how many feet this is, RCA cable, and buy a couple of extender or whatever you call these. Probably some smarty pants snot nose will tell me in the comments what these really are called, and I'll probably just say, hey, you're dealing with kind of a dummy here. So much like they call me a dummy, and then I call people that say, you didn't show how to take this up properly, a dummy. But anyways, that's the setup. Leave hate comments down below so I can block you. Thanks and have a great day.